All right, welcome everybody to episode 8 of the DENSI podcast. Glad to have you along, joined by Laura Murphy again. Laura, say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody.
All right, we have two amazing panelists on today. First, all the way from the other side of the world, also known as Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, Chad Lehman. Chad, how are you?
I'm good, Brandon. How are you?
Doing great, Chad. Glad to have you aboard. And from our end of the world here, Jen Wagner, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. Well, the reason we have this podcast going today is we have a special edition of the podcast that we are calling the Not at DENSI episode. As you may or may not know, Jen Wagner is the queen of hashtag Not at DENSI. She's a Den guru, and we're glad to have her aboard here today. Jen, we have tons of questions about Not at DENSI for you. Laura Murphy's got a bunch of them, so I'm going to just let Laura start with the first question. Laura, what question do you have for Jen Wagner?
Well, so Jen, this is my first Not at DENSI, and I've been seeing all the emails, and I guess I just kind of want to know what the logistics of it are. So, like, how does it start? How do I get involved? What do I do?
Okay, well, first I need to blame it on Dennis Grice because he was the first official Not at. I was having a pity party for not being at ISTE, and he hosted a Not at ISTE, and so that's where the originality of the idea came from. So I have to give out a shout out to Dennis, and then it rolled over into DENSI. So last year, because I couldn't be in Tennessee and was having another little pity party, I decided that we would echo the event that was happening in Tennessee, but we would do it online. And so what I did was the week before it started, I looked at the itinerary and just started copycatting everything I could. If they were having an amazing race, we were having an amazing race. If they went to I think it was the Ryland, we did a virtual tour of the Ryland. I just was making sure that everything they did, we sort of had a duplicate for it. And luckily, this week, Porter's going to let me see the itinerary for the one coming up in Washington, D.C., and we'll try to duplicate it. So just stuff that you guys were doing. Some things worked. Some things didn't work. The D'Amazing Race was a total, didn't work at all. But other things really worked. And having people like Tim Childers, who was vining things, I guess, is what you call it, that really helped us feel that we were a part of it. And there were enough people that made the people that didn't get to go that were disappointed really feel like they were a part of it. We don't try to duplicate it entirely because there's some things that are special for the people who got chosen to go, but we try to give at least 80% of the feel that you're there.
You know, 80% effort is all we ask for, really.
I'm going for a B.
There you go. Chad, we talked a little bit about questions for you, Chad, about the community as a whole and how this Not at DENSI movement has started, and really why you think it's so popular.
Well, I think in general the whole DENSI experience is so unique, and for people who have been there, who for whatever reason are missing it due to like I said, a variety of factors, they want to still participate and get some of the learning out of it. So I think they want to kind of continue the experience that they may have had in the past. And for those who haven't been there, they've probably heard so much about it from other people that they want to learn with those people as much as they can, or just try to be involved and feel a little bit more a part of the community.
Laura, back to you.
Yeah.
Question for Jen?
Well, I just want to say I was talking to Connie Mulligan this morning via text, and we were both very excited about being a part of the Not at DENSI because, just like Chad said, we missed that whole the enthusiasm and the denjuvenation that you get from actually being at the Summer Institute. So we're just excited that at least we get a little bit of that, 80% of it, I guess.
80%.
Well,
I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, aren't I?
But I think one thing that's important is the people at the Summer Institute are very well aware of the Not at DENSI group. So I know that a lot of things that that are going on during the day, they're sharing out and using that hashtag, or trying to communicate with their friends who are not part of that group. So they really do try to link both groups together as much as possible.
Good. Jen, how can one become a part of the Not at DENSI group?
We have a Google community. I don't know if I can share that link anywhere, if I can give it to you so you can post it. It's not a hidden group, so if you go to Google Groups and you search, you should be able to find it. It's just not at DENSI. I don't think there's a hashtag. We have about 120 members, I think, which is double of what we had last year. It's just, I think what Chad talked about, though, is the biggest issue is with DEN is a family, and everyone always likes to get together with family, and so it's just another opportunity for us to get together. Last year was unique because I had never been to Nashville, but I feel like I've been there now, even though I haven't been. Like, there was something on TV last week, and the Ryland was there. It's like, oh, I've been there. I've never been there, but you guys were there, and because you guys were there, and it was like I had been there as well. So, and with people like Lindsay Foster and Dennis Grice and people like that are so willing to share, it was like we were there. Except for the Amazing Race, which just did not. I have never had anything like, what were we thinking? But that's too hard to duplicate. We're trying to see if we could do it with like families instead, but that one was just too hard. Just too hard to duplicate.
Maybe we do like a hangout on air or something of a team running the race.
That would be fun if people got GoPros and we could follow along with a GoPro on the race. But yeah, or make a Google Hangout part of the Amazing Race, But anyway, but you know what? There's some things maybe we're not supposed to duplicate because being there, and not to be, I don't mean to be, snide or anything like that, but there are some things that are special because you're there. But then on the other hand, Porter is giving us door prizes for Not at DENSI that you guys are getting too, so it's like we're there.
Maybe we can attach a camera to Chad's head and just run around.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, Brandon.
Laura, do you have other questions for Jim Wagner?
So do you know what kind of, I guess you don't really have the agenda yet, but what kind of events can we look forward to?
We have a photo walk. There will be a photo walk, and we're going to sort of have fun with it because they're in Washington, D.C., where all the monuments are. We're going to have a monument. You build your own monument photo walk, so people can turn their own area into little monuments. And we're going to do a monument at night photo walk that I think might become hysterical, or it might not be. I'm trying to find out where they're going because hopefully we can get a virtual tour of one of the places that they're going. Last year we were allowed to participate in the opening keynote. Don't know if they're doing that again this year. And then we'll just have sort of some scavenger hunts based on, I just have to really see the itinerary to see what they're doing and try to duplicate as much as we can. But I think the monuments at night could become hysterical with what we could, if people get on board and have fun with it, it could be fun. You'll build your own monument kind of thing. So, or it could not. we'll know soon, But I think it could be fun. And the monuments at night, for me, I'm tickled by that because, I mean, our network. They can really be silly, so.
I think the monuments at night is something that we can look forward to. Is the Not at DENSI group, is there a time frame for it? Each day when it starts, when it's over, or is it kind of like free-flowing?
We sort of live on Washington, D.C. time. So even if you're like me in California, I'm going to have to get up and live my life on East Coast time. So everyone's sort of and it's going to be easy because ISTE is the same thing this year. So I'm just going to be living on East Coast time for about 3 weeks of my life. Yeah. So we try to do things at the same time. so it equals. But we're lucky, those of us in California, because we can last longer because they're done like at 6 o'clock at night, but it's really 3 o'clock for us. We still have the whole afternoon to talk and play, and we'll have some hangouts and stuff like that. So, but I'm open to ideas. It's not just I'm the one who started the group. I'm not the only person running it. So people with ideas really need to step up and say, "Hey, can I run with this?" And I'll go, "Yeah."
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Chad, we talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to at Summer Institute. Your first time as an actual participant.
Second.
Second time as an actual participant. First, yeah, second time. My apologies. What are you looking forward to, Chad?
Not having to help set up and coordinate and organize.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing is, not getting up earlier than everybody else to make sure that everything is ready to go for the morning, and I guess just assisting Porter with, is everything ready? And she's amazing and always has everything ready to go, but just kind of being that backup double checker, or we need to run and get this, or this isn't quite ready, or whatever. So I'll probably still just out of habit, hey, do you need anything? But I think for the most part, it's just going to be fun, to learn and be ready to take stuff back to my school again and do that type of stuff, which is what I'm really looking forward to this year.
So are you and Brandon, you're going to it too?
Yes, I'll be there as well this year.
Okay, so what we need you to do, if I could be so bold, is little things that that we can participate in, include us.
Okay.
Like, they had one year where they had, like, tables working on something, and, like, they were putting together, I think, some sort of weather project or something. Make us a table. Include us to be a table. Whenever there's little, small group activities, throw it out to us, because there'll be a bunch of us, at least 8 of us, always paying attention, that could become a group.
Okay.
And play with it.
Brandon, remember that. Remind me.
I'll be bugging you about it too, but if you just have us like in the back of your, thought, I could post this on. And what we really want to do this year, and Laura, I forgot, is we want to do more selfies that we didn't do last year. Like, I'm taking my picture in front of a green window and I'm sending, or my green wall, and I'm sending it so people can include me in pictures.
Oh, that's funny.
So, like, I'm really there. So last year I tried to do that myself. So we're going to include other people do that. So, like, I was in a picture with Lance, and I was at the Ryland, even though I never had been there, kind of thing.
That's
so
great.
we want to include that more. So it looks like people are there, even though they're not.
Absolutely. It's definitely a special thing you're doing, Jen, and I think it's greatly appreciated. One of the things Chad talked about was bringing stuff back to his school, to his community. Have you, gotten any feedback from not at DENSI attendees that they're able to do that as well? Bringing stuff back to their schools.
The only thing that I really have heard besides just people getting to know people, is what Lindsay did came from being a part of not DENSI last year, and what she's done with the pictures that she does every year on Twitter was kind of sort of started with something she started at our event last year. I've heard a lot of people saying how glad they are that we're hosting this, that they did it last year, and but no, that would be a good question to ask. What are you doing besides just having fun? How are you going to bring this back to your class next year? But that's dependent on what we learn too. If you guys include us in the learning, or maybe we'll just keep growing as a community. And that's not a bad thing either. But what we learned this year is based on what's shared out.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've come up with is people learning on not at DENSI will all depend on Chad Lehman.
Oh, that's a little
Don't
too
know
much
who
pressure.
he is. I think that's the
too much
biggest thing, is
pressure.
people will get to know who people are.
Absolutely. All right, Laura, any last questions from you?
About anything or just
Anything.
You have Jen Wagner for a minute. Ask her a question.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I have like too many questions for Jen. Can I just say that I'm excited and I'm gonna try and think of ideas for us to do, and I'm gonna start brainstorming in these next couple weeks. And
Do you think we need T-shirts?
I think we do.
Okay, because I noticed you have a T-shirt, so I'm wondering if we need a
Yes,
T-shirt.
I'm promoting last year's.
Because
event.
there's that place that you can order T-shirts, or you can order one, or you can order so everyone orders their own. Do you
that's a
think that
great
we
idea.
need a pick badge?
I don't know. I think if we all have T-shirts and we're all like, if we just agree to wear the T-shirts on the Hangouts and anytime we're with people, I think that would work.
I don't know how much of a. I try very much to not overstep you guys being there, because I know it was a selection for you guys to be there. And I guess this is my, I don't want anyone to miss out, but I sure would like a way that they at least could have something that. But I can't afford T-shirts, so maybe. I'll talk to you more about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jen, why don't you just buy a bunch of shirts and then just draw on them with a marker?
We could do that. We could have design your own Not at DENSI T-shirt contest.
Perfect. Everyone wears like a blue shirt and design your own, too.
That's perfect.
All right, Chad, any last words from you, Chad?
No, I'm excited. I can't wait for the Summer Institute. Can't wait to see people. Can't wait to have some fun and see what I can learn that's new.
All right, Jen Wagner, any last thoughts from you?
I just think the next time we do this, we need to all be in different rooms, because I'm very much enjoying seeing people's houses. It's like, oh, look, he has 2 doors. Oh, look, he has dishes in the sink. Oh, look, she has a light on. I'm just enjoying these very much. Oh, look, I have Hewlett-Packard printers.
I got lots of bread back there. All my cabinets are closed, though. That's good. I don't even know where to go from here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We really appreciate it. I'm going to sign off the podcast for now. Wait, hold on. I forgot to do my...
I'm sorry.
DenCommunity.com, DenSI2015.com is now up and running. Check it out for all of your DenSI and also not at DenSI needs. There is a tab on the website. Thank you, 3, for being here today, and we will see you either in person or virtually at the Summer Institute. Have a good one.